I wrote the first draft, which was effectively me pouring out my ideas and trying to think about how to structure it, and then I tossed the whole lot kind of out the window when I started to have a better idea of what I was talking about, and then wrote it in a way that I could use case by case examples to help to help explain what I was talking about. And I'm not sure if I really delivered that very well at the end, because I quickly wrapped it up, and I think that's something I need to carefully slide into.
Well, possibly. Like the thing about YouTube particularly is that everyone's got their own styles and their own videos, and there's really no right or wrong way to make a YouTube video. The only standards that you're holding yourself to are your own. Right?
Yeah.
So, if your video ends in a note that you're not too happy with, then that's on you. No one else will probably even notice for the most part. I find with these big form videos and stuff like that, all the little details are mainly only things that you will notice like that. That's one of the reasons that I'm pretty relaxed with my writing, is that for the most part, is I write it in the way that I try and speak, but additionally, like, I think to myself, this is the way I've made all my videos, in the way that I kind of just speak and the way I deliver things. So if I mill too much over it and start changing it into something different to to just me talking, essentially, and make it a bit more robotic or whatever, then it's going to lose what made it, I guess, unique, if that makes sense. It'll lose my charm.
That's what I do. The problem is when I read anything that's written down, I always read it in this kind of newsreadery voice, and that was pretty much my whole video. It was kind of boring, and it doesn't feel natural because I've written it. And
you went robot for a second there. I couldn't understand.
That when I read what I've written, it doesn't come out very well, because it's just.
This is why the way I write it is like, write it as if you're talking, right?
Well, that's what I do.
Well, yeah, but you just said you read it like a newsreader.
Yeah, but it's the way that I. So you want it to. It's the way that I read it, not the way that I write it. That's the problem, I think.
Yeah.
It's a confusing thing.
Yeah. You gotta merge those two, I guess.
I feel like I just gotta
write it how you write it how you say it, and say it how you write it, or say it. I don't fucking. You know what I mean.
You gotta hit record and then ramble for 2 hours and then try to make it a video somehow that's a lot shorter.
But look, there are many YouTubers out there who do read off their scripts very newsreadery, some of which I'd even describe as robotically. And again, it's up to you. It's your standard. Personally, I don't like that style, so I try and put personality into the way I speak. So like I said, trying to put my own little nuances in and things like that, and quips and stuff like that. And it's just to really separate myself from that type. But that's just because I personally don't much like it. But again, I really think that it's just like, well, dude, you gotta do, man. Do what you want to do. Make it how you want it to be.
Yeah.
I like mine. Like as I'm talking, but like very loose. I try and make sure to like not be official with it, not be efficient necessarily. I'll cut out any bullshit, but like, deliberately leaving in contractions and the way that I speak and shit like that. Like I've posted some parts of my scripts actually on Twitter before, and it's just like random nonsense of the way I spill out dialogue, but I keep it in because if I deliver it properly, then it can feel nice and natural and work well with the rest of the video.
I feel like I should put more emotion or something in my scripts. It's the main thing.
Yeah.
Is that I feel like I need to put more me in there, but in a way that seems something that is easily relatable rather than just the facts and a big argument, and that's pretty much what I did.
It sounds to me that what you did was that you wrote it like an essay rather than writing it like just you speaking. And I think that's just to narrow down, that's what you want to go for.